Take your mind into the wonderful world of physical, emotional, psychological, and spiritual wellness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kinetic Hour. Conversations with you and guests. With your host, Kenan, Wesley, Mason. That's me. And the fact that she drove her car 45 minutes versus the other way around.
And nobody didn't even think about that. Maybe he doesn't have a vehicle because he was in Houston. Maybe he doesn't have a vehicle. Maybe he don't know his way around. But she did. Nobody didn't think about that shit. Or whatever they agreed upon, that's between them.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
That has nothing to do with everybody else and their damn opinions.
Everything else is speculation. Everything else is speculation.
Yeah, most definitely.
Go ahead.
But as an athlete, man, yeah, I was, it was interesting. And then, listen to Shannon Sharp, listening to Chad Johnson, man, come on, bruh. But then again, I understand where they coming from. Shannon Sharp don't want to air out your laundry. Chad Johnson, Mr. Headbuster, don't want to air out your laundry. So come home now, bring it back home.
Yeah, they can only go so far.
They only went so far. So, again, at the end of the day, there was nothing wrong that he said. He said everything right. It was all good. It was all love. And the beautiful marriage that they have, my prayers that they continue to stay in their marriage and work through it and show a large number of these modern feminist women that you don't have to have these BBLs and fake body parts. Man, you can be your authentic self.
Yeah, we see how that's been turning out.
Yeah, exactly.
We see how that's been turning out.
If your ass ain't dying, then you getting some type of disease.
Right. And on top of that, it's actually been kind of it's kind of been like a light being shed on Simone because, after the last Olympics, she went through this this ordeal with her teammates with the assault charges against their trainer, and the people that were associated with him, where she actually had to go to Congress to go and try to get some kind of national protection, not only for herself but for her respective teammates as well. I mean, because the assault charges that she was alleging towards her trainers, this has been going on in gymnastics for decades. So kudos to her for being able to have the guts and the fortitude and the courage to come forward to tell about that experience in her life, and being able to come out on the other side of that and then meet the man of her dreams at that time, because she was able to allow herself to open up, especially after going through that type of a challenge.
Yeah. You remember when she went through that phase, when she went through when she had a mental meltdown?
She had her mental, yes.
He was right there. But see, nobody want to talk about that part though. He was right there. He helped her through it. Yeah. So since everybody want to try to shame this man and talk all that big boy shit, Do your research. He was there.
Yeah.
He was there. He got her through it. And it is being an athlete. It is hard.
Yeah.
I don't care if you're in gymnastics. I don't care if you're in football, baseball. It is hard. There's no. Yeah, gymnastics is good, but football is one of the most brutal sports. So again, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, they're married. They're happy.
Yeah, I think both of them. Yeah, I think both of them respected each other's space in athletics. Because both of them are athletes. Now they're in two very different dynamics of athletics, but nonetheless, they're still putting their bodies through wear and tear that most people that are complaining about their relationship wouldn't dare put their bodies through.
Nope, because I guarantee you, ain't no way in hell a woman could sit up there and talk all that shit. Okay, put on some shoulder pads and helmet.
Yeah. Tell your man to do that.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? So again, this is their job. Now, the blessing of it is when they have children. Oh, their children will be so athletically gifted. So there's
Absolutely.
more positive. There's more positives than anything. People share their negatives, and that's what it is. Anything good somebody doing, something powerful that's meaningful. Oh, we don't want to hear about that. We want to hear about the bad, and we want to put emphasis on the bad. Damn that. But it's those that do that. Why don't you look at yourself in the mirror? What's going on in your life?
Yeah.
You see, Simone Biles didn't lean in with her accolades. He didn't lean in with his accolades. But they both use wisdom. They both communicated. Okay? And they both have an understanding.
Yeah.
And they both have good intentions. Those are the things that they leaned into. And that's why their marriage is the way that it is. And that's why their future will be the way that it is. I mean, I was hearing comments, oh, she should divorce him and all this. What? To be lonely and miserable like you? Hell to the no.
Right. Yeah, it's amazing that is the comment. And I'm sure that they've heard all of this.
They have.
I'm sure they've heard all of it.
Yeah, I keep my ears to the NFL grounds.
Okay. Yeah, being an athlete. Yeah, I mean, I know they've heard this, and I'm pretty sure they've discussed it and talked about it.
And laughed.
And laughed. And if they're listening and watching this, take all of it and use it to your advantage, because all this is doing is making both of them bigger names.
There it is. There it is.
I mean, Simone Biles didn't have to make Jonathan Owens famous. The media did that by all their negative comments.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? They're smiling all the way to the bank, both of them.
And then dehydrated, modern feminist women, heathens, are sitting there miserable.
And it's Simone Biles. Yeah, go ahead.
Just like the brick lady. City to city, brick to brick. Where's the apology? Men are owed an apology.
Yeah.
Because even though we know we're not gonna get it, it's about accountability. And a lot of them ain't going. They're not gonna woman up and say, you know what, we were wrong. But see, the wall wins every time, and good men will win every time. Yeah.
And Simone Biles, I think she's training to go into this year's Olympics, if I'm not mistaken, for a final time, possibly.
Yeah.
I think the Olympics will be in Paris, France this year,
and I'll be there.
And then it'll be coming here back to Los Angeles in 28.
Yep.
So while all the and we didn't even get to the other comment. Matter of fact, before we wrap up, let me go here, and then you can comment on this as well. I mean, uh,
Let's go. Let's get it.
oh, yeah. And I didn't even know this person existed until you told me about her. But I'll just play real quick. This one right here. I'm gonna go ahead and play this. So I'm just gonna play this real quick.
So anyway, Simone Biles is a 7-time Olympic gold medalist. I don't know who he is. But recently on an interview, he was asked how he pulled her. And his response lit up social media. He goes on to say that he didn't know who she was when he swiped across her on a dating app. He then goes on to say that he always thinks that men are the prize. And so he didn't actually pull her, she actually pulled him because men are the prize. Then it was further revealed that on their first date, she drove 45 minutes to see him. So let me tell you what I see, because a lot of people are tripping over him. I actually don't see him as the problem. I see her as the problem. Let me tell you why. His name. And there's plenty of people that I've heard of, even though I don't watch football. So first and foremost, he says that he didn't know who she was. Now that's plausible that he might have not known who she was. But he then says that he saw how many followers she had and she must be good or somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it right there. What you want to
My
say?
thing is, have you heard of a person that is dumb smart?
I've heard that term.
That's what Priscilla is, dumb smart. If you really sit back and you listen, okay, you're using big words, sounding kind of like a Kevin Samuels. Rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. I had like 2 conversations with him. Awesome individual. But my thing is here, okay? What I see is 2 people in love. What I see is 2 good people that found each other. So what? She came after him. Simone Biles will tell you herself, when I see something I like, I go after it. I saw him and I went after him. But see, again, I understand where Priscilla's coming from. Here's the thing. Okay, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. If you ever look at Priscilla's following, you ever notice the same people? They either broken, slow, something wrong with them, broken, feminist. It's a certain type of following, certain type of audience that she attracts. Because you notice a woman of good sense, a woman of good humor, a woman of good wisdom, a woman of good taste wouldn't even respond nor follow nothing like her or listen to half the shit she say. But I get it though. You know, the lesbian look, the book, you know, the image. I hate men. I don't like men. But hold up though. Shout out to Miss Jaguar White. She called it. You sit up here talking about you don't like men and having negative responses, negative things against men, but yeah, you still sleeping with men. You still dating men. You still legally married, but separated. Men aren't capable of love. How did you pull the men that you have, that you married and have a son by? Riddle me that back, man. So I get your image and what you're trying to push. Now, those narratives, others may not get it. And it's obvious that others may not get it. But you just a dumb, smart mother sucker. All a person got to do is listen to what you're saying, and you make no sense. How in the hell are you going to give advice about men, but you don't know men? You know ninjas because you've dealt with ninjas. Read between the lines. Tell me about, like Charleston White said, and I stand on it. Tell me about the men you've been with. Don't tell me about all men. And I'll tell you about some of the women that I've been with, but I can't tell you about all women. Now, if I want to know about all women, I would sit down and have a conversation with my elders who've been here before, and then some. I would talk to my elders. I would talk to those older couples that have been married 40 years plus. They still go out for dates, ice cream dates. I'm not going to sit here and listen to a person named Prince Silla, the queen maker. Prince Silla, no, you the dumbass maker. Just a dumb, smart person. Ain't nothing like having a dumb, smart person sitting on your couch or on your damn media screen trying to give you advice. But she can't take no advice of her own. That's why she got a dishonorable discharge from the military. But we ain't supposed to talk about that. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Oh. And this is my first time hearing from her, you know. Because again, you know, I've stayed out of that space. So I've stayed out of that space.
Shout out to Cat Williams.
Yeah. He's definitely been the one to kind of give people the courage to kind of bring truths and bring all cards to the table.
I'd love to sit down with Cat Williams and have a conversation with him, just like Bernie Mac's daughter stated. You know, she stated that, you know, there was nothing wrong that Cat Williams said about Bernie Mac. You know, I know how the industry goes. I mean, I'm not a comedian, but even playing football, you're still an entertainer.
Yep.
The entertainment industry goes off in different branches, whatever that may be. But, you know, I know what goes on. And, you know, I've been approached. I'll use that terminology. And, you know, shout out to Noriega, Drink Champs, because he said there's 3 doors, you know, that you walk through. And you can veer to the left and sacrifice. You can veer to the right and, you know, there'd be some things, or you can stay that straight, narrow path. It's going to be a long one, but it's going to be a safe one. And, you know, that's the door that I chose to walk through. And, you know, for things to happen in my career, I've had an amazing career, you know, from the AFL to the XFL, you know, even after getting released from 2 NFL camps, I still had like 2 different NFL tryouts, but I'm okay because I know that I didn't have to go through the left nor the right door. I chose to humble myself and go through the narrow door.
Yeah. Matter of fact, we're gonna have to bring you back to possibly bring some of that to the table. I mean, from where Sean Combs's position is, it looks like Noriega. It looks like we know what door he may have chosen, based on how Sean Combs was talking to him, calling him daddy.
But see, when you just touching on it, you know, I saw the interview with Cat Williams. And on Shay Shay's,
and 51 million other people did too.
I have to, and this is my thing, because now doing, you know, coming from working law enforcement, athlete, now doing executive protection, a lot of bodyguard celebrities and some federal, being able to see a lot of this and be around in that industry. the things that I've seen, and some things I just turn my head to, And my thing with Cat Williams is this, and I hope that this goes viral. Cat Williams, continue to do what you do because you are on point. Much love and respect to you. And I love to do some work with you. Keep doing what you're doing. And this is the door opener. Because even me and you talked about it, Ken. We talked about this last year. We said coming in 24, those will be exposed. And we see it coming out the gate. People getting exposed for what they do. What is it? Some chick called Sprinkle, whatever her hell name is. How the hell you promoting all this shit? But yet when you at home with your husband, the same energy and message that you putting out there to other women, you do the total opposite when you with your husband at home. But once again, I get it. It's the facade. And you look at, it's the image, and you look at those that follow these two women. It's like, it's the same type of women. Either they're slow, they're broke, something wrong with them, and doing something and doing forth. This is what we see. This is why their audience is the way that it is. And they can't keep a large audience.
Yeah. It's definitely something that we're going to see more of as the months go by in this year. Whether it's we see how Simone and Jonathan Owens's relationship progress. We see this, what's his name, Kelsey and Taylor Swift. We see them at every game. All cameras are on them versus the game. We'll see how it all pans out. Because at the end of the day, it's all, like you said, it's entertainment. It's entertainment. And entertainment, it does have those three doors. And those individuals, they have a choice to make. They have a choice to make.
Yeah, exactly. When you look at the Sukianas and the Sexy Reds and the Ice Spice, they made their choice.
They made a choice.
They made a choice, and there are repercussions. Here's the thing: the choices that you make, the devil will come to collect. At what price are you willing to pay? What are you going to do when the devil comes to collect from you?
Mm-hmm. As we wrap up, tell everybody how they can find you.
You can follow me on Instagram. I am _he_a king. And you can go to my YouTube channel, The King's Table, DAKINGSTABLE. And subscribe, like, comment, do all of that. I want to hear from you. There's a lot of things we're going to be doing here at the King's Table this year, and it's going to be an amazing year. I'm going to have merch coming, so there's a lot of things I'm going to have coming, but it's a process. But
Yeah, absolutely. And you can always come back. You have an open invitation to come back and promote all of that stuff at any time. You just let me know. I do want to have you back to talk about some things about your football career that may be eye-opening to a lot of people. So, Big Truck, I thank you for being open and being that voice, being that voice for the masculine man. The masculine man.
That's right.
It's a great thing, and I just thank you for just being that friend as well.
Always.
And so for everybody that's tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Once again, tell everyone you know to tune into the Kinetic Hour. Go to my YouTube channels, The Kinetic Hour, at The Kinetic Hour, KENNETIC, and the Kinetic Fit and Wellness Info at Kinetic Fit. Also on YouTube, subscribe, click thumbs up, all that good stuff. Tell everybody you know. Thank you so much to you, sir, and thank you everyone for listening and watching. Till next time.
Shalom.